Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They run with Richardson. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 58 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here, because to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
You look at this Niner defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Green. He'll rifle this one deep right side. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Panthers at 10-1 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Now a throw here to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Green. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. it's Richardson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Hall. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Green. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Panthers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now here's the former Panther, had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. taken in at the 22. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. On 3rd down, Richardson have 1st down yardage.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Drained down. Throwing on 1st down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll run again with Richardson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Green. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
They'll try and run it in. It's Richardson. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Now they run the option on second down. And able to get this down. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Purdy. That one too wide and incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now Green on first down. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Green on 1st and 10.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now the result here, a pickup of 8, leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing here, Purdy. That's complete out left to Ayuk. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy looking to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Purdy sets up to throw again. Able to, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was the visiting Jets who were able to get the road victory. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Justin Herbert leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Trevor Lawrence, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Green. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2nd and 9. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 30. 3rd down and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw, Purdy. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. And they'll run it here. He put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Burton, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Purdy. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Koo knocks this one through the post. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this 2nd half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down. Here we go.
Here's Richardson. to about the 48-yard line.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Green. He finds his man complete. That's Richardson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun. Green looking middle, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Green. He's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal. Richardson, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go with the ground. And now the ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll run on first down. Richardson. A gain of 3, second down. On the ground, here's Richardson again. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Green. He finds his man. Complete. That's Richardson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Green. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Green.
More difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Now Green throwing on 3rd and long. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hodges. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Purdy from the gun. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Purdy from the gun on third down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Here comes third and about a foot. Looking to throw. Purdy. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second down and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard. Now a give right side. Richardson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Carolina, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.